Saturday. In case you didn't know. Oh, I should have put my phone on silent, huh?
You're just gonna tell people the day of the week every time? Hey, it's this time.
Days of the week.
This day.
Days of the week.
This is our address.
There's Monday, then there's Tuesday. There's Wednesday, then there's Thursday. There's Friday, then there's Saturday. I forgot how it gets to Sunday.
You forgot the days of the week.
No, I forgot how the song gets to Sunday. That wasn't a song when I was little.
Been eating them gummies again. What's up? I'm Z.
Actually, I'm Z.
I was Z first.
I'm the better, more prepared Z. Clearly. And we're here to spill some tea. And if you don't want to hear our tea, then deuces.
I'm saying it's clear, but it's not clear. Deuces, the name of the show. Let's get into the tea.
It's very, very clear. So on today, I know Justin Baldoni and Taylor Swift. Blake Lively, but also Taylor Swift is what's on my mind. Is what's supposed to be the topic this week.
That's what you said.
Even had some DMs. I even had some DMs about it.
You told the people.
But a couple of things.
I can't wait.
Couple of things. Coming off of Black History Month, I definitely want to address this topic first. But also, there's been some new developments that I need to deep dive a little bit deeper that have to do with Taylor Swift, which is why that's what came out of my mouth. So I want to have as much tea and detail as possible when we deep dive this. So that'll be next week's episode. I promise. I'm not going to change the topic again. It will be that for sure. But I got a video about some Taylor Swift stuff. Somebody DM me. Shout out to you. And I want to deep dive that a little bit as well. So this week, coming off of Black History Month, it just ended yesterday.
Yep.
We're going to talk about this first. We're going to talk about the case of Telbo Osborne and Hana Grace Cobb. So this took place in Waynesboro, Georgia, last weekend. And what happened was they got home from a nightclub at like 4 or 5 in the morning. Hana claimed that she was cleaning her firearm as she does often. I'm not sure if every time she does it, it's when she gets home from the nightclub, but that's what she said happened. So they get home from the nightclub and Hana is cleaning her firearm. Her firearm goes off and shoots Telvin in the chest. She calls 911 and she's like, oh my gosh. I thought the safety was on. I thought everything was good. I was cleaning my gun and it went off and it shot my, I don't know if she said boyfriend or fiance or whatever, in the chest. It was an accident. I didn't mean to. It was an accident. I didn't mean to, blah, 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 whatever.
Do you believe that? Do you think it was an accident? Because if you own a gun, then you know how to clean and handle and the safety.
But also,
I would imagine.
You know, in my younger years, I've gone out clubbing a lot and I'm not a gun owner, but I can't imagine it being on my mind when I get home from the club with my significant other for me to clean the gun before we go to bed from getting home from the club at like 4 o'clock in the morning and being drunk.
So you can or can't?
Can't imagine why. So that's weird.
Wait, and she was intoxicated?
Yes, very much so.
So it's okay. So culpable negligence is what the charge is, right? Culpable? It's like if you were driving drunk.
No. The charge. Hold on. We'll get to the charge. Hold on. So, she wasn't immediately arrested.
Of course not.
Sure. For now. Oh, for context, Hannah's white, Telvin's black. Okay. And so Telvin's brother was online like, she killed my brother. She hasn't been arrested. She's getting away with it. So people started to rally like, what's going on? Like, how come this girl hasn't been arrested? Blah, 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 whatever. So, she ends up getting arrested. Turns out
they unsent the thank you letter that they sent to her.
turns out her dad's a cop too, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
She ends up getting arrested. Her charge is only involuntary manslaughter. However, then all these posts start coming out.
Culpable negligence. That's what the charge should be as well.
All these posts start coming out from Telvin over the years about how he hates black women and white women are his preference.
He said he hates black women?
I'm going to read some of the tweets. Or
just prefers W girls?
I'm going to read you some of the tweets, and then you can go from there.
Well, what happens after the tweets come out?
A lot of the support that they were originally getting stopped because it was from the black community. So a lot of them was like, "Oh, that's how you feel? Well, then forget y'all." Hannah said it was an accident. Free Hannah, which I think is very dramatic.
They went to free Hannah.
A couple of them.
Because some tweets.
As a black woman, I'm definitely salty about his tweets. I think it's like, that's crazy, but I also don't think he should be killed for them. So anyways, the biggest tweet that you will hear people address if you look this up yourself is, "I'll F a dog before I F a black bee. It gotta be a white dog though."
He's talking about bestiality.
No.
Because he says the B word, that's a female dog.
He's not talking about bestiality.
If he's doing a female
Zamario
dog, it'll be
Shepherd
a black one.
Right now.
Black Labrador.
Stop.
Versus.
White girls do it better. #snow bunnies. Once again, I'm tired of these black girls in my government class.
What?
The way black girls disgrace themselves on TV.
What? Has he seen Real Housewives of any of the ones that aren't black? What? All the memes? What's he talking about?
The GoFundMe has a $10,000 goal. A day ago, it was at $430.
And today it's at $2.
I don't think you can take back your...
People was trying to unsend.
He does have one cousin, that was also coming out and being like, my cousin got killed, nobody's doing anything. And this one cousin did say, for the record, I don't agree with any of his views. And in this instance, he's just my cousin and was offed. All that berating black women stuff is not something I agree with. So his cousin did say that. However, his brother and him are really doubling down on it, which is crazy. I understand you guys are mourning, but I don't know.
Well, the brother, they're like, nah, he right. See what you talking about? Look at y'all tweeting this stuff. You ain't gonna give us no money. If y'all was white, y'all would. And then the question would be, out of the $400, how many of those people, like, what's the demographics of the $400? Not that it matters, because the whole, I'm tired of black girls in my government class, like, that's ridiculous. Like, what? I'm gonna say this. If you have a preference of any race or demographic or whatever, okay, you have a preference.
Mm-hmm.
But he's being anti.
Correct.
Something like fill in the blank, and you're being anti of what that is. That's like the opposite of what America is supposed to represent. Not what they represent, but that's like the opposite of what America's supposed to. You know what I'm talking about? Where's the DEI? Where's the diversity and inclusion? Right there. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
and
I also feel like that doesn't make it okay that he was killed. Like, I feel like involuntary manslaughter isn't. If she was drunk and intoxicated, then yeah, I believe that's another charge, because you were drunk and you were handling a firearm. That's a whole other charge. And then somebody died from that. But that's like a whole other charge. Instead of just involuntary manslaughter, it's like, yeah.
Well, here's the thing. So you can hear on the 911 call, which I'm not going to play here because it's hard to hear regularly, so it'll be even harder. But just go look it up, you guys. It's out there. Telvin Osborne, Hana Cobb, 911 call. You can hear in the 911 call that she's saying it's an accident. I was cleaning my gun. It's an accident, but she is worked up and whatnot. But then the sheriff in his press conference comes out and says there's some misinformation out there saying that this was accidental. It wasn't accidental. There was a struggle, some pushing, some shoving going on.
Oh my
So
gosh.
people are thinking he's trying to put that narrative out there to cover up. But I don't know. I didn't get that vibe.
Cover up what? What is he covering up?
Right. I don't think he's trying to say. Right. I don't think he's trying to be like, well, he was pushing, because that's not what he was saying at all. He was sounding very much like he was against her, in my opinion, in the press conference. But even still, she's only getting charged with involuntary manslaughter. Something like this did happen back in 2022. I don't know if you remember Christian Abumseli and his OnlyFans model girlfriend, Courtney C. Same type of thing happened. He was tweeting all kinds of derogatory stuff about Black women, praising his snow bunny, as they like to call it themselves. And turns out he was actually the domestic violence victim in that she would beat him all the time, and she ended up killing him, stabbing him to death. What? And she only got charged with second degree murder. So I don't know. I wanted to talk about this because I think
it's a cultural divide. I'm gonna get it on the floor.
40 acres and a mule's bigger than the music. I think people can have their preferences, whatever, but to like be out there and be derogatory towards Black women, you're like, bro, your mom has to be a Black woman, because you and your brother both dark skinned. They dark skinned Black dudes. So you Black. Your mama Black.
Why you say dark? Like
your daddy Black. Y'all Black. So you talking all that junk as if your mom's sisters, cousins. I feel like it's kind of crazy to me. And he posted a picture with her that was like something like, this mine. I'll kill about her, kill for her, and I ain't afraid to say I'll die about her. So of course people are having a field day with that.
It's not to laugh at somebody, but it's like if you say like, that and then you end up there by her hand. And so what I like was like white, so all of his tweets right now are probably internet undefeated. Mm-hmm. So the internet is probably winning with those tweets. Mm-hmm. Now Kickstarter and stuff like that, I feel like everybody should be prepared for when something happens, because you never know. Instead of seeing a Kickstarter, I would love two of them have
GoFundMe.
Kickstarter, GoFunder, or whatever. I thought you said Kickstarter. Yeah. Instead of having to GoFundMe, I would rather families be prepared, like having your own insurance, having your own estate planning and all those things for when it happens. Okay, but we're taken care of. We got people that are going to come and do funerals and stuff like that. Boom, boom, bow. But as far as people donating and then supporting justice and then being like, oh, never mind, because he made some tweets, I feel like that's goofy. That's goofy. Like what him making these tweets has nothing to do with this wrongful death. Like, it's a wrongful death case any kind of way that you look at it. So if we're going to be about it, then let's be about it. And if you're talking about social justice, you can even take race out of it. You know what I'm talking about? It's like he's a human being that was killed. That's somebody's brother. That's somebody's son. That's somebody's cousin that is now not here because another individual decided to clean a gun while they were intoxicated. If that's the narrative, or if there's a struggle, then that's the narrative.
Allegedly, she was salty because at the club he was recording girls or something like that. Allegedly.
Who said that?
That's the narrative that's out there. Allegedly.
Is that the sheriff said that?
The sheriff did not say that.
Or the sheriff allegedly used the word salty?
The sheriff did not say this.
The sheriff got on the press conference and was all like,
I literally just said 3 times.
My girl was salty because he was in the club.
The sheriff. That's why I'm saying allegedly.
And I feel like when they got home, it was on. You know,
but there's a video posted of them hours before in the club, and she's dancing and these black girls are dancing and he's the one recording and she's like doing this.
She was aiming an imaginary gun.
Yeah.
In the club at him hours before an actual gun went off, and she's only charged with involuntary that is the injustice right there. There's video evidence of her pointing an imaginary gun at this man, and she killed this man with an unimaginary gun. That means a real life gun, okay, with real life bullets, and wasn't even arrested until people started talking about, hey, how come she ain't arrested? And then gets arrested and then is only charged with involuntary manslaughter. And you think some tweets are going to make that okay? What in the world? Look, see, the black guy was like, calm down with all that. So he had the camera.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So
if he wasn't shot and dead with a gun, that would seem like maybe the song.
But right. We don't know what the song was.
But nobody else was doing that. Like if it's a verse in a song or a chorus,
yeah.
Usually people are kind of like on the same track,
mm-hmm.
but the other two girls weren't on the same track. And there were black girls in that video dancing with him. Like, why is he around black girls? I mean,
I feel like they need to talk to the girls in that video
for the consistency with his tweets. It's all like, wait, there's two black girls there, and his one W girl.
Those were his white girls' friends. Most white girls who date black guys are friends with black girls.
Let his white girl hang out with black girls if he's so against black 100%. Girls.
100%. I don't know. I can
goofy.
I can see both sides. I 100% empathize with and understand the outrage from.
You saying you can see the side of not supporting justice?
Let me finish my whole statement. I totally understand and empathize with black women's outrage because as a black woman in America, we're already on the bottom of the totem pole. And
wait, time out.
A black, hold on.
You're black?
Let me finish the whole. You are a black man and you're like, I'd rather a dog, but like that's crazy to even type out and say. You could be in your relationship with your person of a different race without having to be like, I don't know, it's really weird. But also, guys, like a man is dead. He has kids. They don't have their dad.
Kids?
He has two. Kids? They have one together. So
he
now
has two with a black woman, I bet.
No, he has two.
Okay.
He has one with someone else.
We got to find out. I bet.
It's not a black woman. He has one with somebody else.
I'll put money.
And one with her. So this is baby mama. So now it's like.
She killed her baby daddy.
Yeah.
Like she killed her baby's daddy. I'm not like.
Yes.
Baby daddy, but she killed her child's father.
Your child has neither one of you because you're going to well-involved marriage. She'll probably be out in like 6 months.
Please.
So I just think it's, as someone who has biracial children, I've never been like, I only date.
You got biracial children?
I date whoever. I just ended up with.
I mean, from my eyes.
I lived in Washington State when I met.
I remember I was all like, I bet he white. Yep. I bet he like, I don't know.
Until I moved to Washington. My first white boyfriend wasn't until I was an adult. Well, like 18.
Out of all your boyfriends, how many have been black? One.
All the ones in high school were.
Okay, so black, not black and.
Correct.
Okay, so I guess I only knew about one.
And there was one who I was with who was black. It was actually pretty serious. I just never brought him around because he was 21 and I was 16.
That wasn't your boyfriend. That was your predator.
So
he was grooming you.
I think that he was. Don't.
Yes. Get the F out of here. What's his name?
I'm not saying his name.
Because exactly. Oh no, he left me.
That's not what I was even gonna say. I actually think him and I would have stayed together, but he went off to college.
I mean, if that happened, y'all got married, then
we never did anything.
That would be one
I was
thing.
a virgin the whole relationship, so
that would be one thing. Okay, well, maybe any context, but still,
yeah, there was no sex in that relationship whatsoever.
But still, it's called the long game.
But that's who I was with before I ended up getting with Benjamin and getting pregnant with little Benjamin.
Right. You're just dropping names.
So, whatever.
People are going to get doxxed.
People know who my son's father is.
You're famous now. They're going to dox and be like, oh, when you put your hands on your wife.
Anyways. Anyways, so I've been asked that before. Oh, do you prefer? Oh, and I've always over the years been like, no, I don't have a preference. This is just who I'm with. Now, I do know a girl who's very much like, if something were to happen with me and my white husband, if he died, if we got a divorce, then that's what I like. That's what I prefer. That's all I date. I only like, and she seems to be, I don't know, proud about that. She's not necessarily not black dudes because her dad's black, her brother's black, but she might behind closed doors. I don't know. I get that vibe, but I just feel like there's no reason. You probably do. I think there's just no reason though to be out there bashing black women just because you
There's no reason to bash anybody.
Correct.
But especially black women. Like, bro, who was it that said? Who was the famous person? Was it Jada? Who was like America doesn't care about black women. Like when the whole like R. Kelly thing came out, and it was all like, oh, it's because they're black girls. Like it's like stuff being swept under the rug. Nobody cares. It's like you can't. You can't argue that out of if there's a totem pole of discrimination, on the very bottom is black women in America. It's like most discriminated against. It's just all like, bro, it's ridiculous. And I feel like that's why, personally, I feel like I need to go out of my way to make sure black women are like valued. Like, hey, just know that you got value. But I feel like if you look at that, especially like you said, being a black man, let alone all of your family, that's black women. Not just your mother, but your aunties and your grandma and your cousins and your, I don't know if you have a sister, your siblings. Like you have all this family who are black women, and you're posting these tweets like you're removed from it. Like, bro, like it's like it's not appropriate at all. But then when you add on the layers, it's like it makes even less sense the deeper you get into it. And I feel like he was just a caricature, man. It's another Drake. He's playing a character, and they called out with him, and it was like, oh shoot. And this chick, I'm pretty sure that was premeditated. Just off the strength of this video, it looks like if she's sitting here doing these gunshots, it seems subliminal and it seems subtle, and then like she did that job because it's like, yeah. Oops. We don't have the two black girls talking that were there? The people that are at the club?
No, I feel like they need to talk to them though.
There was no like tumultuous relationship, nothing like that.
I don't know. I feel like they need to be talked to. And maybe they have been. So yeah, I don't know. It's very disheartening, the whole thing, from his feelings about black women up until like a few weeks ago. He was posting things. So it's not like it was years ago. And I feel like if the family came out besides just the cousin and was like, dang, we know our brother shouldn't have said that. Whatever. But then to like double down on it just makes it.
Well, how are they doubling down? What are they? What's the family saying? They're doubling down on it's an injustice and he should still get support, or they're doubling down and saying
on what he was saying.
Nah, he's right. Black women are trash. Even the black women in his family are saying this.
there's a video of
about
his
themselves,
cousin,
like
but
you
it's
right,
super,
we trash cousin. Like
it's
what? Like what?
super sped up, so it's also hard to hear. But the cousin was just like, yeah, he posted that, and this why he posted it. Looked like a F y'all hoes. Duh. Like, sir.
Well, that's understandable because they're not getting the support
So,
because of the. I say he probably said it.
but that's just gonna make it worse. And his brother tagged him. A status came out that his brother posted, and he tagged him. It was like, not these black hoes trying to shoot they shot, with like a laughing background. So it's just not a good look. Me personally, I still empathize and have sympathy for the family. I don't think anyone should lose their son, brother. I definitely don't think the kids deserve to lose their father. Um so
You said, you personally.
I just think it's a sad situation all around. It's very heartbreaking to know that that's how he felt about black women, but I also don't think anyone deserved to lose their son. I don't think those kids deserve to lose their father. I just,
I feel like this is it's a case of popular opinion. I said a court of popular opinion, and it's sad when that plays into like what the facts are. It's like, oh, here's the facts. He's dead, without a doubt. That's the facts. All right, so we're talking about settlements and stuff like that, and then like her being the mother of the children, and then
one
for
child.
yeah, okay, and then his other children. It's like there's facts, and then there's opinions, and it's crazy how the opinions are like, nope, never mind. But at the same time, I mean, it's like it's your money, you know, give to who you want to give to. But I don't feel like he should get trashed the way he was trashing others when we don't agree with people getting trashed. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but no, there's a lot of people who are like, black folks, they told us to mind our business, so mind your business. This ain't got nothing to do with that. There's a lot of I found a few people on Twitter who are like, y'all, this man is dead. Are you for real? But for the most part, everybody's like, well, figured out. So I just wanted to touch on that. Do you have anything else to say on that?
We just need to get it together, man. What would Jesus do?
Get it together. It's NDRE. So, anyways, the whole story is heartbreaking. I know that I'm laughing right now.
I know you're laughing at the heartbreak.
It is heartbreaking.
Yeah, do better. Do better. Isn't that a thing? Isn't that a saying?
Do better. All
do
around,
better.
everybody
yes,
do better.
Yes, everybody.
Him
do
and his
better.
family talking about black women, to the cops not arresting the girl, to the girl trying to say she was cleaning her gun. She got home from the club and was like, let me clean my gun real quick. Drunk. Like, that doesn't even make sense. I don't think that's what was really happening.
Yeah, me neither.
At all. I think I wonder if 911 was even her first call when all the details start coming out.
She probably
called her cop father.
Like, Dad, well, you are 911. You know what I mean, honey. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so more will come out, more developments. I'm definitely going to be following this case for sure, so I can get the tea. As a black community as a whole, I know the popular thing right now is, man, she or he is definitely somebody Harriet would have left behind. And I'm just like,
Harriet wouldn't have left nobody behind.
We need to evolve and come together, and take into consideration.
Unless they're trying to get people caught.
There's trauma. There's things people have gone through. Just like sometimes white people need education, or whoever, non-Black people need education, our own people could also need education. And I think that as a community, it's our job to lift each other up and call each other out and hold each other accountable and just elevate.
Empathy.
Yes.
Empathy. Just put yourself in somebody else's shoes.
Yeah.
It doesn't make their actions okay. It doesn't make it right. It is just simply understanding.
And also think about, if something happened to you, what would your tweets look like? What would come out for yourself? Also be careful what you post on the internet, because it's forever. That's all I have to say on that. Anything?
No, I think I already said it.
Cool. Well, and on that note, deuces.
Follow us on all the platforms.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, follow us everywhere. Instagram, Facebook. We are on X. We are on LinkedIn. Just learned that. Did I already say TikTok? Lemon8.
So. We're on Lemon8?
Apparently, when you're on TikTok, you are automatically also on Lemon8.
Oh, that's crazy.
Which is kind of wild. So follow us on all the things. Subscribe on YouTube if you want to watch us live and see our beautiful faces. Then go check it out there. You can catch the podcast on all the podcast platforms. Make sure you subscribe there and turn your notifications so you know when a new one uploads. And on that note, should we say
deuces?